This is where the girl's body was found, close to Blossom Music Festival and an area where hikers and runners are in constantly. That's actually who found her and likely saved her life. Shot 3 times in the head and face, a bullet through the eye, fragments embedded in her skull. But that 18-year-old victim, found bloodied in the Cuyahoga Valley National Park by runners on July 4th, beat all the odds.
I was at a friend's house. It was the 4th of July, and the news was on. You know, we were talking and socializing and not really paying it much attention. And then I heard the newscaster saying unidentified African-American female, possibly 18 years old, had been found in the park. She had been shot. Then they showed the outfit on the news that the girl had on. And I said, I bought her those shoes last month. I said, oh my God, it's my baby.
July 3rd, 2016. I was with my boyfriend that day. He told me that he needed to test fire a gun that he just got, and he wanted me to come with him. So he called his friend, and we got in the car. We drive for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then we get there. And when you looked around, it was basically a big space of woods, trees, grass everywhere. He asked me to get out the car, and I told him I didn't want to. There wasn't any need for me to get out the car. He felt like I shouldn't be in the car with any other guy, which was his friend that had brought us there. So I got out the car. We started walking. It took about 10, 15 steps, and then we stopped. He shot his gun twice in the air. And then he asked me, did I hear something? And then he said his gun jammed. When he said, did you hear that? I turned my head to look at what he heard, and then he started firing at me. Now, my body went into shock, so I didn't know that he was actually shooting me. I fell, I got up, and I fell again. I got up again, tried to walk. And I fell again, and then the 3rd time I fell, that's when I realized that he had just shot me. I said, forget it, I'm gonna die. I sat there for a minute, and I prayed. Everything was really hot around me. I prayed, I asked God to protect my family, and told God that I couldn't wait to meet him. I remember trying to crawl. I was under the shade, so I tried to crawl out into the sun, so somebody would find me, so I can get help. I remember trying to yell for help, but wouldn't any sound come out when I tried to yell. So I just laid there. I closed my eyes, and I thought that was going to be the last time I was going to see, hear, or smell anything. I thought I was going to die. And then some runners found me. I told one of the runners that he should call the police and go before the guy comes back and hurts him too. When that ambulance got there, I remember trying to tell them my name, but they couldn't understand me, and then everything went black.
So I called Channel 3 News. I called them and told them why I thought it might be my granddaughter. And within an hour, the FBI was at the house showing me pictures of the young lady that was in the hospital, where her face was so distorted and swollen and stuff. And so I said to the agent, I said, I can't tell you 100% sure from this picture, but I can tell you what my heart and my spirit says. And it's my baby. Can you please take me to her?
So I woke up in the hospital. I had a lot of cords and tubes sticking out of me everywhere. And it was tough. It was really tough, but I had my family. I remember asking my mom if I was blind. And she said, yeah. And the only thing I could say was at least I'm still alive. And then the next thing I said was, did I miss the 4th of July?
And so then my daughter talked to him and said, when are you going to take me to my daughter? They took us to where she was. And here she was in the trauma unit at Akron City Hospital.
My pastor, he's been with me since I was 2 years old. My grandma, she's been with me since the day I was born, since before I was even born. I had my family there with me, and that made everything a lot easier for me.
I define her as a miracle in motion, because every time you see her, you just cannot believe her personality contingent on what she's been through. But overall, she is incredible. I told her I hope one day that I could embrace the courage that she's had. She's just been remarkable. It's tough to describe Ayauna.
And I think the next day, she told her mom who shot her, what happened, who they were, where they were, the car she was in. She told her mom the whole story, still in this medical state. So her mom was able to let the agents know what she had said, and they continue in their process of finding the guy, and they arrested him, and then they had to find the guy that was driving the car. But we had, I like to call them the dream team. They have been by our side from the moment they came to show me pictures to try to help identify Ayauna all the way up to today. You know, Lindsay has been with us since the hospital, when Ayauna was in the hospital.
Walking into a room where this young girl is attached to all these wires and tubes and she can't breathe on her own and things like that, it's a terrifying thing to see. And even though I didn't know her yet, I just wanted the best for her, and I wanted to make sure that her family made it through.
If Lindsay wasn't right here with me like she is right now, there would have been a lot of times where I would have been in a Great Depression. I probably would have tried to kill myself, because in a lot of situations that I've had like that, I could call her. There's always good to have an outside person looking in to go to, and she is that person. Anything that I ask her for, she could, if she can't do it, she can find somebody who can.
There was even a time where the runners weren't sure if they wanted to meet her because they didn't know if she was going to be mad at them for saving her because she can't see. And she's the exact opposite. I mean, she celebrates life. And she's kind of that person I think about whenever I'm having a tough day. Whenever I think I have it bad, I kind of look back to remember her, see what all she's been through, and realize that she's still so positive and just loves life. It's just absolutely amazing to me.
Lindsay has been our rock. Lindsay has watched the struggle for me, for Ayauna, for her mom, and she has been there for us all. She'll call me just to see if I'm okay. So Lindsay has been the backbone of support for us. I'm telling you, Lindsay is like another member of our family now. In her role as the victim's assistant specialist or whatever it is, she's been more than that to us. You know, she's been amazing. Just, that's all I can say, is simply amazing. So supportive, so understanding. She's just been there. She's been there. And we appreciate it. Man, we love her to death. We appreciate it. I think she's gone over, above, and beyond what her job description calls for when it comes to our family.